By the time you're watching this video, Central C has dropped his fourth album titled Can't Rush Greatness, featuring 17 songs with 3 already being released, these being Gen Z Love, sitting on 61 million streams, Band for Band with Lil Baby, 384 million streams, and most recently, GBP with 21 Savage, already amassing over 5 million streams, which is crazy. For the last few years, however, Central C has dominated the charts, having dozens of songs that have charted and gained him a new level of fame, in and outside of the United Kingdom. Often, Central C has even been credited to have bridged the gap between the United Kingdom and America, with it even being believed that around 90% of Central C's listeners are from outside of the United Kingdom. Something that Central C has been able to do is gain an audience outside of the UK, while still using his original style. In this video, I will be taking a deep dive into the story surrounding Central C, as well as talking about his rise in the UK music scene, and how he spent years unnoticed experimenting with his style until something worked. Before I start this video, however, YouTube says only 5% of you are subscribed, so if you enjoy this content, feel free to subscribe as it helps out the channel, but without further ado, sit back and enjoy this video. Now, Central C, real name Oakley Neil Caesar Sue, was born on the 4th of June 1998 in the area of Ladbroke Grove, West London, which is also where rappers Digga D as well as AJ Tracey are from, with AJ Tracey even having a track titled Ladbroke Grove. Now, it's believed that during C's childhood, following his parents splitting, C moved around 10 minutes away to another nearby area known as Shepherd's Bush to live with his mother and younger brothers. It's known that Central C actually went to school with Digga D before Digga was eventually kicked out in year 9, after he was caught with cannabis. When C visited his father, he was exposed to American hip-hop, as well as reggae and dancehall from a young age, and began to take a serious interest in music. When Cench was 14, he as well as a friend traveled to a music studio near Wandsworth Bridge, this being when Cench began to think about pursuing a career in music. It's known that during C's teenage years, he spent a few weeks employed in a shoe store, this possibly being why we often see Central C rocking some of the hardest shoes, but after finding out his wage, he quit, beginning to sell drugs in the area and focus solely on music. In 2014, Central C, who was aged around 16 at this time, appeared on a since-deleted Fire in the Streets, which was hosted by Charlie Sloth. Not long after this, in January 2015, C actually featured on a remix with another popping rapper, J Hus, this being titled Ain't On Nuttin'. This was a serious feature for C, who had just started his career, already securing a feature with J Hus, who at this time was seriously garnering attention in the UK rap scene. Just a month after this release, on the 27th of February 2015, Central C dropped a street heat freestyle on Link Up TV. Within this track, C can be heard rapping about how one day he wanted a Mobo award, this being something he eventually went on to do as this video, and his career continues. Anyways, this release began to shine a spotlight on C, who was mainly experimenting with his style around this time, in an attempt at seeing what would stick. At just 17, in 2016, Central C performed at one of his first headline shows at the Hoxton Square Bar and Kitchen in Hoxton. Cench rented the venue for £500 and actually made around £2,500 in profit. Now, in February 2016, a year following his street heat freestyle, Central C featured alongside 2 other UK rappers known as AJ Tracey and Dave. Both were actually gaining quite a lot of attention around this time, this track being titled Spirit Bomb Remix. Also in 2016, Central C continued to experiment with his style, switching to the trap wave style, continuing to use this as the years went on. This being a style of UK rap that mixes in auto-tuned singing. He continued to use this style for a few years, before eventually moving to a style similar to UK drill in 2020, where his career began to really take off. In June 2017, Central C released his first mixtape titled 17. This featured 8 tracks. This album has since been deleted from most streaming platforms including Spotify and Apple Music, although has been uploaded on YouTube. When listening back on this tape, what is apparent is that Cench was seriously experimenting with his style, mixing UK rap with autotune in almost every track on the mixtape. Now, just a month following this, in July 2017, Central C releases another song titled Over You. This did gain a fair amount of attention, currently sitting on around 170,000 views on YouTube and 2 million streams on Spotify. During 2018, Central C didn't really release any music, mainly focusing on his style and experimenting with his flow, before later returning to the scene in 2019, where he began to really take music seriously. At some point in 2019, C met his manager, YBs. The pair began to release music together, with each song gaining a new level of virality, eventually leading to Cench becoming a mainstream artist as the years went on. In June 2019, Central C and Cairo Keys released a song titled Back to Back. This track has since garnered around 1 million views. Later in October 2019, Central C released his Next Up. This was a seriously wavy and catchy track that gained a good amount of attention. Despite this, however, Central C decided to switch his style from the trap wave style to a more UK drill style. He also linked up with the streetwear brand Trapstar and began to wear their clothes in almost every Instagram post. This Trapstar brand later made merch for his album Wild West, which was insanely successful. Anyways, in June 2020, C dropped his first UK drill-style song, titled Day in the Life. This did numbers for Sench and went extremely viral. Within this song, he spoke about his previous years selling drugs, as well as calling out other rappers. This song peaked at number 44 in the charts, and gained Central C his first taste of mainstream success, currently sitting on around 94 million views. Within this song, he actually mentioned DBE, which fans began to take as a diss toward them. He didn't stop at Day in the Life, however, and just a month later, in July 2020, he released the track Molly. This song also went viral, with the lyrics of the track also surrounding Central C's old life. Within this song, he responded to fans that stated he disrespected DBE, rapping, "Why you talking? I'm not dissing DBE, blood I rate them, man." Just a few weeks following this, in August 2020, Sench dropped his Mad About Bars freestyle with Kenny Allstar. This gained 19 million Spotify streams, and during this time, it appeared that Central C showed no signs of slowing down, dropping yet another viral track in October 2020, this being titled Loading. Loading released on the 22nd of October 2020, and was instantly a hit, gaining millions of views, and propelling Central C more in front of the public eye. Loading has since gained around 184 million views, and has gained international attention. This track, as well as the previous songs released by Central C, were all an attempt at hyping up his upcoming album Wild West. Also around this time, Digga D, also from West London, spoke about Central C in an old Instagram live, stating the two went to the same school and were cool with one another, with Digga even rapping Central's Loading track on his live. Following this, however, Digga D sent multiple shots towards Sench in released and unreleased tracks. Anyways, going into 2021, Central C saw no plans at slowing down, releasing another viral track, Pinging, in January 2021, before then releasing yet another viral hit, Commitment Issues, in February 2021. Within this track, C can be heard speaking about how he viewed love. Similarly to his other songs, this song did numbers, and has since amassed 82 million views. Sench then dropped once again in March 2021, this time dropping a track titled 6 for 6. Within this song, C spoke about how he had released 6 tracks that had all gained a massive amount of attention. The music video to this song was stained with the color orange, orange clothes, orange cars, and orange billboards, this all being an attempt at promoting his upcoming album Wild West, which was released a day after 6 for 6, on the 12th of February 2021. Central C's Wild West mixtape featured 14 songs, 6 which had already been released. Wild West debuted at number 2 on the UK albums charts, even being the most streamed album of the week. To say this album was a success was an understatement, as Sench had seemingly blown into the international scene based off this album. He continued to drop following this, releasing a track with fellow UK rapper Fredo in May 2021. Finally, in November 2021, Sench, as well as D-Block Europe, released the track Overseas. Before the year could end, however, after years of grinding, Central C had finally been nominated at the Mobos, this being something C had always wanted to achieve, ever since his earliest releases. Sench ended 2021 with his Daily Duppy freestyle, before beginning the rollout for his next album in 2022 titled 23. Now, on the 6th of January 2022, Central C released a track titled Retail Therapy. Similar to previous music videos, the music video to Retail Therapy was stained with a specific color, this being yellow. Within this music video, Sench could be seen flexing thousands in expensive clothes and cars, whilst rapping about how he managed to turn his life around from selling drugs, even stating he would have made $1 million on tour in 2021 if it wasn't for the lockdown. At the end of the track, a message could be seen promoting his upcoming album 23, which was available for pre-order and was going to be released a month later, on the 25th of February 2022. Just a few weeks following the release of Retail Therapy, on the 27th of January 2022, Central C dropped Cold Shoulder, which was another hit, sitting on over 30 million YouTube views, as well as Khabib on the 10th of February 2022. And just a few weeks later, Central C released his second mixtape, 23. Now, on the 25th of February 2022, 23 was released. It debuted at number 1 in the UK albums charts, featuring guest appearances from Ronda Sosa, A2 Anti identity and his little brother, who featured on a track titled Lil Bro, which was a back and forth between C and his little brother, with C attempting to get his brother to follow a legal path in the lyrics, whilst his little brother aspires to be involved in the street life. Central C continued to roll out music videos for the tracks on his 23 mixtape throughout 2022, before eventually giving fans a new preview to an upcoming track named Doja in June 2022. This featuring the hilarious chorus, "How can I be homophobic, my bitch is gay?" This preview blew up on the internet, becoming C's most anticipated track. It was later released on the 21st of July 2022 on the Lyrical Lemonade channel, which was crazy as Central was the first UK rapper on this channel. Also around this time, Central C's little brother dropped a freestyle on Instagram. This was well taken by the scene. However, since this Instagram freestyle, his little brother hasn't dropped any other music. During 2022 and 2023, Central C was on the run of a lifetime. In September 2022, Central C appeared on an LA Leakers freestyle, where he compared UK slang to American slang. This caught the eyes of American reactors, who began to take note of C. A month later, C dropped an EP titled No More Leaks, before then dropping a song named Let Go in December 2022 and sampled Let Her Go by Passenger. In March 2023, Central C performed at Rolling Loud 2023 and also announced his clothing brand Sinner, or Sinnerworld, which has become a well-known UK streetwear brand and often sells out in seconds after each release. This was clearly a project C had been working on for years, as he had even been seen sporting Sinner in the cover art for 23 released a year earlier. Also in 2023, Central C and Dave linked up, releasing the track Sprinter, this gaining 270 million views. The duo then dropped an EP titled Split Decision in June 2023, each song gaining millions of streams. C continued releasing consistently in 2023 and into 2024, releasing a song with Pink Pantheress, before then dropping a solo track titled Entrepreneur, and then a freestyle in May 2024. Also in May 2024, Lil Baby and C dropped a song titled Band for Band, this doing numbers and gaining just under 200 million views. Ice Spice and Sench then linked up and dropped a song together in July 2024, before Central C's Sinna clothing brand collaborated with Nike and released a few pieces. These sold out within hours, and was an extremely successful method in promoting C's career. As of most recently, in January 2025, Central C and 21 Savage released a song titled GBP, this already gaining millions of views. C also previously announced his next album, Can't Rush Greatness, which is set to release on Friday, the 24th of January 2025, the day this video is released. On Tuesday, the 21st of January, Sench dropped the tracklist on his story, featuring collabs from Lil Durk, Dave and Stormzy amongst others. I believe this album will once again see Central C propelling his career even further, with Central C seemingly bridging the gap between the UK and America. This brings me to the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.